Hello and welcome to actually I always introduce the game like that, but actually it's if I were to introduce it on YouTube, it would be like something like hello and well, hello and welcome back to Fate Stay Night. Now we're on the Unlimited Blade Works route, which for those of you who don't know is the second route you need to go through when you're playing through Fate Stay Night, the visual novel. Anyway, and the Ryota Nova version, it's all like 3 separate executables, or is that how you say executables? And this is the second one you need to play through. Technically, in the original one, you can go through any of the routes in any order, but it's the recommended order to go first through the Fate route, which is the first playthrough I did, and now we need to go through the Unlimited Blade Works route, which means different things will happen. We'll make different decisions, and it'll be a good time. Well, it may or may not be a good time for the characters. Anyway, and hello there, Juggernaut. Yeah, we're gonna start Unlimited Blade Works. All right, bam. Okay, so yeah, you can't really see on OBS. I've noticed actually when I went back to my older videos that you don't see this little window because there's a window right in front of me right now, but you can't see it. It says first day recollection of 10 years ago, morning, rebirth. So I guess we're going through the prologue again. Well, we don't have to. There's an option to skip, so I'm gonna click on that. Boop. And we have a choice. So what was this choice? It was either, it was in the morning, we wake up as Shiro and we either help make breakfast or we do some push-ups, I guess. It doesn't really matter, so let's just click that one. And then we just skip again. We just skip dojo scenery, morning training, first day. Juggernaut, can you remind me how spoiled you are for this route? Yeah, pretty much to like, as a... I guess. I don't know what you call it, but like a disclaimer? I don't know. Disclaimer is the fact that I already watched the anime, the Unlimited Blade Works route anime. Let's skip this scene, skip that, and yeah, it's still here now. Yeah, I already watched the anime. It's been a while though, so I don't remember everything. So it's still, I think it's still worth it to go through the visual novel, just so yeah, is it still worth playing if you have watched it? Yeah, I think so because there's still some details that you might miss in the anime that's more explained in the visual novel, as well as all the different like little bad ends, different decisions you can make, all the little things. I'm hoping I'll glean from this playthrough. Okay, where were we? We're still in the we're still in the prologue. Or rather, we're in the Shiro prologue, I guess. Did we ever go help the student council or go to work? Did we ever get this scene? Oh, okay. We technically never got this scene, so I might as well start here, I guess. And also, like, even though I'm already a little spoiled on anime, I'm still gonna go through it, as if it's my first time, just so like I experience everything like fresh, right? And yeah, try not to like just immediately go to the plot points in the beginning. Anyway, something I've started. I should finish the job I began this morning.
予定変更。朝の続きだろ。任せろ。試験が始まる前に備品の修理なんて済ませちまおうぜ。
Right, in the very beginning, what is it, the club president? No, not the club president, but like the student council president, was it? I can't remember actually. The guy with the glasses, this guy.
それでは美術部の患者を見に行くとするか。
He's asking us to repair a bunch of stuff because as Emiya Shiro, he often does that as favors for everyone in the school.
はいよ。と、人払いはちゃんとしてくれよ。人目があると集中できない。
無論だ。他の連中に邪魔はさせぬ。
I also made the audio levels ever since my playthrough. Actually, I changed the audio levels a little bit, so hopefully the voices and the music you can hear more clearly when I'm not talking anyway. Issei quickly walks to the hallway, and I follow him out of the classroom in a hurry. The sun has already set when we leave the school building. The school gates are already closed. It's 7 o'clock and way past curfew, but thanks to Issei, we're not in trouble.
いや、今日は助かった。必ずこの礼はするから。何かあったら遠慮なく言ってくれ。
そうだな。なんかあったら言うよ。まあ、とりわけ何もないとは思うけど。
I didn't help him to get something in return, so there's nothing I want from Issei. Are you sure? No favors?
まったく。人が良いのも考えものだな。エミヤがいてくれると助かるが、他の連中にいいように使われるのは我慢ならん。人助けはいいことだが、もう少し相手を選ぶべきではないか?
Yeah, we have a
来る人拒まずすぎる。
Oops, I should not talk while they're talking. Anyway, yeah, we had a similar conversation when I guess in the same scene, if we went to work instead, our boss or like someone, was it the boss and his wife or something like that, also said the same thing.
そんなに節操ないか、俺。
これでは心ないバカどもがいいように利用しようというものだ。エミヤも忙しい身なのだから、たまには他人の頼みなど断ってもよかろう。
And you know, I said this before, my first playthrough, Issei's like, he should be our best friend. I don't know why Shinji's our best friend. Issei's our best friend. He even cares about us. Oh, it's not his wife, sorry. It's boss and his daughter Neko-san. Right, the last time, like, when we made this decision, instead of helping out Issei and the school, we went to work instead. It was not his wife, sorry, it's his daughter. I can't really tell, but it seems like Issei's worried about me. I've been called helpful since I was in middle school, as I don't turn down requests for help, and don't ask for anything in return. I guess Issei thinks that's dangerous. Maybe so. But I'm doing it because I want to. And it's not a problem as I decline things that I think are beyond me.
それは一世がするような心配じゃない。自分のことは自分が一番わかってるさ。それに人助けは善行だろ。寺の息子が咎めるようなことじゃあるまい。
しかしな、エミヤのは度が過ぎるというか、このまま行くと潰れるというか。
忠告は受け取っとく。それじゃあまた明日学校でな。
それではまた明日。
Issei leaves, looking discontented. Issei's house, Ryudo Temple, is up in the mountains, so naturally our routes home go in different directions. Alright, okay, another scene, it's the first day. Apparently, returning home at night, a white girl. That's probably Ilya. We probably meet Ilya again. Okay, skip that scene. Then you have a dinner scene, skip that. You have a decision. I can't remember what I picked last time. I think last time I took Sakura home, or something like that. This time, maybe I'll play with Fujine. I guess. I'll just save. Oh, now let's see all these save slots. You see also cannot load, apparently. I guess that's how it works in the Real Nova version. You can still see all the little save slots I have, but there's some you can't load. Interesting that some of them you can load. I guess this is like the prologue over here. And I think this one, I remember actually, because we went to this route accidentally in the other one, where you're not supposed to. And at least in the Real Nova version. Cannot load, cannot load, cannot load. Cannot load. Well, I'll save here. Anyway. Play Fujine. I don't think we saw this scene. Well, it might be fun to see how Fujine is doing.
さくらにつまんない話しやがって。好きあらば仕返ししてやる。
何？お風呂入ってたんじゃないの？
Fujine is silently peeling oranges. On the table are 2 orange skins shaped like flowers. Is it some curse that she can't even skin an apple, but she's rather talented at artistically peeling oranges?
風呂は後にした。 さっきの話でケチついたんで、風呂の前に文句言っとこうと思って。
Those stories, I guess, the stories about not, staying out late at night and stuff, and how people were actually, like, I can't remember, but like getting hurt or getting killed, which is actually true because, if you remember, it was the caster servant that was doing all that, I think.
別にいいじゃん。もう昔のことなんだし、さくらちゃんも喜んでたし。それよりはい、今日のノルマ。シローは1日1個だからね。
Or maybe not. It's just an old story, so maybe not. I'm thinking of something that happens later. Well, whatever. She takes an orange out of a small box and throws it to me.
ってみかんぐらいで怪獣されないぞ。さくらだったからいいようなものの、学校であんな話するなよ。一世あたりが変な心配するから。
みつづりさんは大笑いしそうだけどね。なんて言われなくても分かってるわよ。シローの子供の頃の話なんてさくらちゃん以外にはしないから。
Oh, okay, so the story was about his childhood. Probably his... I'm trying to remember. I can't really remember. It's been a while. But probably it's something about, like, Shiro's dream of becoming a hero and all that. Maybe that's what the Fujine was telling a story about.
だからさくらにもするなって言ってるの。あんなつまんない話されたらさくらだっていい迷惑だろ。もうないと思うけど今度やったら怒るからな。
I glare at Fujine to show that I'm serious.
ははなんだ、そっか、そういうわけ。つまりシローはそうなのよ。
Has she ever made that face before? But Fujine just grins widely. She seems very pleased.
なんかこうカチンときたかも。何納得してんだよ、バカトラ。
Bakatora. I glare at her stupid face. The big eyes.
理由だ。要するにあれでしょ。シローはさくらちゃんに知られるのが嫌だったのよ。他の人に正義の味方になりたいなんて知られても気にしないけど、さくらちゃんに知られるのは恥ずかしかったわけね。
I don't think so.
そういうことならどんどん話しちゃうから。そっか、シローもようやくさくらちゃんを意識しだしたか。教師としてちょっと心配だけど、保護者としてはちょっと安心したかな。けどお姉ちゃんはちょっと寂しいかな。
She says so with great emotion, then she throws a whole orange into her mouth. Nope. Fujine can eat things as big as her fist in one bite. I guess it'll be an attractive quality somewhere in the savannah, but I don't think an older woman needs such wild charms.
あれ、先輩、お風呂入ってたんじゃないんですか。
And Sakura, finished with the dishes, comes into the living room.
藤姉に話があってちょっと後回し。さくら、みかん食べるか。
I reach for the stack of oranges. It's a strange turn of events, but staying here with them should be fun too.
それならさっき藤村先生にいただきました。私用に取っておいてくれたおみかんで美味しかったです。さくらちゃんは生の果物はダメだからね。調理したやつかアイスみたいに冷やしてないと食べてくれないのだ。え、さくらちゃんそろそろ時間？
Can't eat fresh fruit? Does she just not like fresh fruit?
はい、後片付けも済みましたから今日はもう帰ります。そっか、じゃあ私もおいとまするわ。さくらちゃん行こう。最近は物騒だから近くまで送って行ってあげる。
Fujine ceases her mass consumption of oranges and stands up. Her actions are almost those of a responsible elder. She's supposed to, right?
いいんですか、先生。
She's supposed to be like a responsible adult. I guess she doesn't always act like it.
当然でしょう。さくらちゃんもシローも私が預かってるんだからちゃんと家まで送り届けないと。 シロもそれでいいでしょ。私たちが帰ったらちゃんと戸締まりして寝るのよ。
了解。藤姉なら痴漢が出ようが熊が出ようが安心だ。
そうでもないわよ。さすがに熊は無理でしょ。無理だからここまで逃げ帰ってくるね。そしたら2人でやっつけて、明日は熊鍋かな。
Bear stew. Fujine smiles confidently. Yeah, Fujine usually does her own thing and causes havoc, but when she's acting as a teacher, she's a very responsible person.
行こっか、さくらちゃん。それじゃまた明日ね、シロ。はい。それじゃあおやすみなさい、先輩。
They leave the house. I follow them out of the entrance and lock up the house as Fujine instructed. Alright, so that was that scene we technically didn't see. Bedtime, first day, training, because I'm reading this because I can't really see on OBS. I don't know why it's not being captured, but basically it's the scenes we already saw before. Apparently this scene, I assume Shiro is training his magic circuits, because he still doesn't know how to use them, really. In the shed. And then second day, wake up in the morning.
そうだな。これだけ時間があれば一汗流せるか。
Okay, so we're back here. Is there anything new here? I think I know when the routes, like, I was gonna say converge, not converge, that's the wrong word. It's the opposite of converge, it's when they separate. I think I know exactly when they separate, but I don't know. And it hasn't happened yet, so let's see. The morning exercises are my daily routine, so I'll go and move my body a bit. The Amiya household has a splendid dojo. It was built for pleasure when the house was built, so there's no particular purpose to it.
藤姉が好き勝手使ってるけどな。
I hear that this place was Fujine's playground even before I came here. But I became Kiritsuku's student and started using this place a lot, so Fujine hated me back then.
さて。
There's only one thing to do now that I'm here. Even the magus cannot neglect to train their body. I think I already saw this scene. One of the requirements for a magus is to have excellent physical abilities. I think this is where he just, like, he works out, basically. There's a lot of body exercises. While Kiritsuku was alive, we had many matches here. Well, it was pretty much him beating on me, so I didn't learn anything about how to win a fight. Ironically, in the Saber route, that's exactly what Saber does to him, as well. But I think I learned the difference between a fight and a battle. In other words, I was taught the difference between killing your opponent and beating your opponent. Knowledge and experience are different. Unless I know in advance, it's hard to tell whether I'm involved in a fight or a murder. It's a simple story. As long as you learn magic, you might destroy yourself, and times will come when you have to fight. For a magi, a fight means killing each other. So I think what Kiritsuku wanted to teach me was to prepare my mind for the prospect of death. Yep, Shiro, you died a lot in the Fate route. It's been a while since my teacher passed away. On my own, all I can do are simple exercises. Things like push-ups, sit-ups, and stretching. Not too different from the morning practices I did in the archery club. Yeah, he all he does is the push-ups and sit-ups. I mean, that doesn't really build up strength, you know? You gotta have, like, weights if you wanna, like, actually build muscle and whatnot. If all you do are body exercises, I mean, it's still good. It's just that you'll I don't know what the word is. You'll, I guess, peak. You know, if those are the RPG, your strength level will be capped if all you do are body exercises. But then again, I'm thinking you could still add weights if you do push-ups. You know, if you add weights on your back while you do push-ups, technically you can do that. I don't know if Shiro does that. Because I imagine that's why he seems so skinny, right? At least from what we've seen, he seems like a normal teenage boy, but he's been described as someone who's still athletic, right? So he's still strong. It's just that he doesn't have a lot of muscle on him. Anyway, The only difference is if I'm training lightly or heavily. Alright, so just skip that. Skip breakfast. Skip school on the second day. Pipeline, I don't know, I can't remember what that means, but we'll just skip it anyway. After school part-time job. Tosaka Rin, apparently. You meet Tosaka Rin, did we? Yes we did, yeah. Like in school and after school. Dinner time. And then third day, again, wake up in the morning. Then school time. After school night. We're close to the fateful day. Or rather, it is the fateful day, I think. Returning home. Okay, and I see in the title here, again, you can't see it, but it says here, Summoning of Saber versus Lancer. So we just summoned Saber just now. I ask of you, are you my master? You know, that scene. And then I assume they fight, and then Lancer jumps away, and then Saber chases after him, and then it all happens in an instant. There's a man in red in front of Saber. The man in red is in unfavorable position after being attacked by Saber, and he's about to receive a fatal blow. Behind them, the person watching Saber from behind, that man is someone I know. Someone you know? No, we know. We know it's Archer, right? Because this is where Saber attacks Tosaka Rin and Archer, right? I reach out with my left hand and call out. I don't know who that man in red is, but I'm sure Saber will attack the person behind the man after she defeats him. I can't let that happen. I can't let Saber attack her.
Yamero, Saber!
Yamero! And it seems we activate the command seal. And I guess this is the diverging point. I believe, if I remember correctly, I might be wrong, but in the first Fate route, we didn't use a command seal. Saber just attacks Archer normally, and he gets defeated technically. But before she strikes the finishing blow, Shiro stops her from actually killing Rin, basically. But this time we stop her completely with the command seal. I guess accidentally, because we didn't really know how to use the command seals at this moment. But we somehow activated it. I feel a sharp pain. One of the marks on my hand disappears. In its place, Saber halts her blow, which should have not been possible to stop. And this is where the timeline diverges. The silver armor hesitates for an instant. Using that opening, the man in red quickly gets away. I'm sure of it. That's the guy that was fighting Lancer. Right, because well, the reason we got in trouble in the first place is because we were watching Archer fight Lancer. As Shiro. Then the girl behind him is... I don't want to believe so, but is it really?
正気ですか、シロ。今なら確実にアーチャーとそのマスターを倒せた。だというのに、レイジを使ってまでその機会を逃すとは。
Yeah, Saber's mad at us. What could I have done? I don't understand the situation at all. I stopped Saber only because I didn't want to see her slash at the girl who saved me.
マスター、指示を撤回してください。あなたがそのような態度では、倒せる相手も倒せなくなる。
That's interesting. That's an interesting line. I didn't want to see her slash at the girl who saved me. Did he? I guess I wasn't sure if Shiro actually knew that Rin saved him, right? When he got stabbed by Lancer and whatnot, and she used her jewel to save him. But I guess this confirms that he did notice it was Osaka Rin that saved his life. Saber readies the object in her hands again. In front of her is the red man she could not slay.
違う、やめてくれ、セイバー。正直、俺には何が何だかわからない。それでも、お前が襲いかかろうとしている奴は、俺が知っている奴なんだ。それを襲わせるなんてできない。
何を言うのです。
彼女はアーチャーのマスターだ。私たちの敵なのですから、ここで仕留めておかなければ。
Enemy? She and the man in red are enemies?
そんなことは知らない。大体な、マスターなんて言ってるけど、こっちは点でわからないんだ。俺のことをマスターなんて呼ぶんなら、少しは説明するのが筋ってもんだろう。
Well, we already went through this, Shiro, but I guess you don't remember, since this is a different timeline.
それはそうですが、しかし。
Then,
つまりそういうことなわけね。素人のマスターさん。
she calls out to me with a polite yet harsh voice. Smug Rin. When I turn around, I see the man in red and the girl in her school uniform. And now that I think about it, they actually match because they're both in red jackets. I gasp. So I wasn't seeing things. The person with the man in red is definitely that Tosoka Rin. What, you were thinking there was like another Tosoka Rin? A twin sister? How should I put this? Even I can tell that the man behind Tosoka isn't human. He has like white hair and it's like he's totally like an anime protagonist. Well, he's not protagonist. He's like, I don't know. And like a anime character from a shonen anime. That's what he looks like. The thing is not out of this world, just like Saber. Then if Tosoka is with him, she's also.
何？私のこと知ってるんだ。なんだ、なら話は早いわよね。とりあえず、こんばんは、エミヤくん。
I don't know what her intentions are, but Tosoka greets me with a big smile. Yeah? What? Why are you freezing, Shiro? I'm troubled. When she greets me normally like that, I can almost forget all about these strange events and just greet her too.
バカかお前。こんばんはってそんな場合じゃないだろう。父さんがお前は。
ええ、あなたと同じマスターよ。つまりは魔術師ってことになるわね。お互い似たようなものだし、隠す必要はないでしょ。
魔術師だって。そんな、お前魔術師なのか、父さんが。
Crap. I don't know why, but she's looking at me with real irritation.
いや違う。言いたいのはそういうことじゃなくて。
そう、納得いったわ。要するにそういうことなわけね、あなた。
Taking a look at us, she turns to the man behind her.
あーちゃん、悪いけどしばらく霊体になっててもらえる？私、ちょっと頭にきたから。
それは構わないが、頭にきたとはどういう意味だ？
言葉通りよ。腹いせに厳重を思い知らせてやらないと気が済まなくなったの。それまであなたの出番はないから消えていて。あなたがいたらセイバーだって剣を収められないでしょ。
また難儀なこと。ま、命令とあらば従うだけだが、一つ忠告すると、君は余分なことをしようとしているぞ。
The man literally disappears. He fades away.
父さんが今の。
いいから話は中でしましょう。どうせ何も分かってないでしょ、エミヤくんは。安心して。嫌だって言っても全部教えてあげるから。
Saying this, she walks towards the entrance.
待って父さんが。何考えてんだお前。
I stop her. And then, she turns and the smile on her face isn't like the previous one.
バカね。いろいろ考えてるわよ。だから話をしようって言ってるんじゃない。エミヤくん、突然の事態に驚くのもいいけど、素直に認めないと命取りって時もあるのよ。ちなみに、今がその時だって分かって。
I think Rin told us those exact words before. Just accept it already.
わかればよろしい。それじゃあ行こっか、エミヤ君のお家にね。あなたもそれでいいでしょ、セイバー。見逃してもらったお礼に、あなたのマスターにいろいろ教えてあげるんだから。
Yeah, I gotta explain everything again. I mean, I think the reason why you play the routes in order is the fact that in the Fate route you learn about the Holy Grail War and the lore and the world, right? I assume in the later routes you aren't expected, or rather you are expected to already know a lot about those details already about the world, so they don't repeat themselves. At least that's what I've read. I don't know. Again, I don't know if Ren will just explain everything all over again.
いいでしょう。何のつもりかは知りませんが、あなたがマスターの助けになる限りは控えます。
Tosaka goes through the gate.
なんかすげえ怒ってるぞ、あいつ。
I don't know why though. I don't know, but
それにしたってあいつ。
she's totally unlike the way she's at school. Ren is going to explain the rules of the Holy Grail War again, is she? Well, let's see. Maybe we need a refresher. Why not? If she does do that. So I'm in a strange situation. In front of me is the school's #1 idol, whom I admire, Tosaka Rin. And following silently behind me is Saber, who calls herself a servant. Oh. The hallway suddenly feels like part of a different dimension. But I can't be a coward forever. I'm a magus, even if I'm just an amateur. Tosaka Rin, a magus just like me, is acting boldly, so I have to act firmly as well. But after that, there won't be much exposition that you already know. Okay, so yeah. I guess in the beginning, it's still a little bit the same, right? It's as if the player is going through it from the very beginning, but eventually it does assume that you already know, that you already went through the Fate route and all that already. But I can only work out a few things. First, about Saber, who's following me. I'm sure that she's some kind of a familiar because she calls me Master and I've made a contract with her. I've heard that a familiar is a kind of assistant. Mouse Magi transfer part of their body to something that someone else another self. You spend summon tickets and a bunch of Saint quartz to get a guaranteed 4-star in the gacha system, and that's how you summon a servant, blah blah blah.
何かあるのですか、シロ。
ああ、いや、なんでもない。
Saber looks still human no matter what, because she's a waifu. Somehow we turn, I think, well, this isn't a spoiler anymore because we already went to Fate route, because, rather, I was gonna say that somehow we turned King Arthur into like a really cute waifu for whatever reason. King Arthur's an anime girl in this universe, because why not? Lancer and the Man Red. Okay, I'm gonna like go through a little quicker, because again, I think we've been through almost the exact same situation already. I think it's almost the same text, which is a bit like, I don't know. I thought I would understand in the original Fate Stay Night they would go through this all over again, because the player might go through the routes in a different order. But in the Real to Nova version, yeah, in the Real to Nova version, like we're kind of already forced to go through the routes in a particular order anyway. Well, not forced. Again, technically you can play in a different order, but almost everyone plays it, right? Fate, Unlimited Blade Works, and then Heaven's Field. That's how you usually do it. Anyway. Let's just listen to Tosaka's story. She's gonna explain the Holy Grail War. Once again, because Shiro does not know any of this, his dad didn't tell him anything at all about any of this. Oh yeah, and the windows are broken because he fought Lancer.
やり合ってなんかない。
And then Tosaka just fixes it. Cuts the tip of her finger, apparently. I was wondering, yeah, why is she spending magic to fix the glass? I guess just as a small favor, yeah. And all she needed is a drop of blood. I guess that's how Rin uses her magical energy in the first place, using her blood herself and then putting them in jewels. I guess only a drop of blood is needed to fix a part of a window, but more blood is necessary to actually do like very powerful magics. Okay, that's amazing, Tosaka, you're great. But Tosaka is like, that's easy, everyone can do it. What are you, a dummy? And then Shiro's like, yeah, I am actually. No one taught me this stuff. I never went to Hogwarts. Okay, again, I'm gonna skip through most of this because it seems very familiar. Yeah, I already seen this. Make a pass, 5 main elements. I don't know if they explained that. Those terms in particular, but I guess it doesn't really matter. Strengthening magic. And we learned that later on Shiro can use projecting magic actually. He can project even like noble phantasms, supposedly. Or at least, well, if you remember in the Fate route, he projected Saber's sheath actually. And he can only really do it because the sheath was inside him all this time, so apparently that's how it works. His body remembers the actual item in question and then he can project it. No, you don't know. Emiya Shiro's dumb. Okay. No. You're a master, you have 3 command spells. You technically used 1 now. Which I wonder actually, did we use command spells in the Fate route? I can't remember if we did or not. But we have less now. Actually, I do remember. We did use 1 command spell to summon Saber while we were fighting Shinji in the school. So we did use 1 at the very least. I don't remember if we used any more than that. Technically in the canonical route, anyway. But technically we have 1 less command spell, you know? So we're at a bit of a disadvantage. If we're in a situation where we need to summon Saber, like, well, I don't know, like a 3rd time or something. Yeah, Rin says if we use our command spells, then we die? I guess, like in context of the Holy Grail, knowing what we know now, you're supposed to use the final command spell to... I guess... I can't remember. Like, command the servant to actually use the Holy Grail or something? Or sacrifice them to the Holy Grail? That's what Kotomine Kyurei said, I think. That's what you're supposed to save the last command spell for. You're not supposed to use it. Because if you do, then the servant can just kill you instead. But I don't know, why would they do that? Like, why would Saber do that? I don't think Saber would kill her own master for no reason. Even if they use all their command spells. But it would be a disadvantage. You will be at a disadvantage, however, if you use all your command spells, because you'll be an easy target for everyone else. Since you're a servant, if they're far away, you can't call them to you in an emergency, right? Yeah, okay, I remember this. I remember Rin saying exactly the same thing to us. Actually killed. Kill that guy. Yeah, and I don't think I can skip this. I don't want to risk it because I don't want to skip something we've never really seen yet. Because usually, if there's a scene that we already saw, then the game just lets you skip it by giving you a prompt. I wonder how she knows about that fact. Is this new? I don't know, I can't remember this. He's acting suspiciously.
今のはただの推測よ。つまんないことだから忘れなさい。
つまんないことじゃないぞ。俺はあの時誰かに。
いいから、そんなことよりもっと自分の置かれた立場を知りなさいっての。
That was a little like weird, like
あなたも7人のマスターの一人。聖杯戦争の主役なんだから。
a weird part there. Again, I thought I thought we saw that line where he says like the girl that saved me. Was it like maybe he didn't know it was exactly Tosaka Rin until he probably didn't see her exactly. He just saw the body shape, and it was like, oh yeah, that's the girl that saved me. And then he's like, oh wait, it's Tosaka Rin. Are you the girl that saved me? And then Rin is like, no, Baka, I didn't save you. Is I guess what's going on.
いい？この町では何十年かに。
Okay, so every few decades, 7 masters are chosen down, given a servant. She just goes back to exposition.
これが聖杯戦争。
Holy Grail War.
私もマスター。
Battle Royale. Masters and servants.
あなただって。
The rules are broken, I think.
エミヤ君は。
When was the last Holy Grail War? It was pretty quickly right after, right? So it's not every decade. Or rather, every few decades. And also, there was Mr. Goldie. You wasn't supposed to be there either. So some of these rules are broken in this Holy Grail War.
ちょっと待ってくれ。遠坂はセイバーを使い魔だって。
Timbers are familiar, but usually familiars are like not like full body servants or full body human beings. Right? And then Rin's like, well, she's not exactly like a familiar, she's like a ghost liner. Whatever that means. I don't know, that's a weird term. I don't think they ever mention what ghost liners are. Or rather, they don't refer to servants as ghost liners anymore. They just refer to them as servants. As heroic spirits, I guess. Yeah. Heroics are from the past, we summon them in the future, but we can't really do it on our own because we use the Holy Grail itself to actually summon Saber. As well. And why does the Holy Grail pick us? Who knows? I guess it's destiny. The name of the game. Fate. Okay. Okay, na-na-na-na-na-na.
英霊っていうのはそういう高齢術とか口をけどこのサーバントっていうだから基本的に
Okay, they can have form, or they can also disappear into spirit form, just like Archer. Archer apparently is invisible on the roof.
けど
Most of the explanation irritates me. Chiro's like, wait, she's like a cute waifu. How can she be like a monster servant person ghost thing? I'm looking at her and she has a cute, like a hoge, right? It's a hoge. Oh, I accidentally skipped that. Well, that was a little prompt to skip the scene. I guess, yeah, we were at the point where we're repeating stuff, like, well, what's the word? Not ad nauseum. There's a Latin word for it, but basically, another scene we already saw, I just accidentally just skipped past that. I was gonna skip it anyway. I was like spamming the enter key. Anyway, I guess we're going to the church. We're gonna talk to the priest now. It's a bit windy now. It must be partly because it was on top of a hill. The wind is stronger than normal and carries a sharp chill. Oh, okay. So this is after we have the conversation of the church. Oh, okay, so I didn't see the prompt. So maybe, probably this is the scene where we went to the church, we talked to them, and then we came back out, right? Is your business clear? Okay, yeah. And then the priest explains everything already to us. Though interesting that we can't make a choice again. You know, I remember in the Fate route, we can make a choice to just run away, you know, give up our command seals to Kotomine Kire and not just participate in the Holy Grail War anymore. Of course, we just end up killed doing that. I guess we don't have a choice now. I've decided to fight as a master. Okay. That's interesting, yeah. Kotomine Kire, I mean, he was a villain in the first route. If we gave all our command seals to him, I mean, he would be more powerful for one, and two, I guess his offer of protection at the church was like, it was a false one, because even if we did try to stay in the church, he'd probably just kill us anyway. So actually, it's a bad, and no matter what, we can't escape from the Holy Grail War. We have to do this.
セイバー、あれ、
いえ、
Okay. Skipping through this a little, because I think, yeah.
誓いましょう。あなたの身に霊樹がある。
Yeah, as long as you possess your command spell, it should be your sword. Yeah, that's the thing that everyone's been telling us. We can't use the final command seal. It's a bit of a shame. We have 3 of them, but we can only use 2 of them, really, realistically. We can't use the last one, apparently. We actually have to keep the last one. We're under the winter night sky. I'm shaking hands with the girl I just met.
その分じゃ放っておいても良さそうね、あなたたち。
I quickly let go of her hand, hand-holding, very lewd. When I turn around, I see Tosaka and the knight in red. Okay, so this is new. Because,
いいじゃない。さっきまでは話もしなかったのに、大した変わりようね。何？セイバーのことは完全に信頼したってわけ？
yeah. Because now Archer is just with us, right? Before he was just resting because Saber defeated him, but now he's just coming along with us.
いや、そういうわけじゃないけど、いや、そういうことになるのか。まだセイバーのことは何も知らないけど、これから一緒にやってくんだから。
そう。ならせいぜい気を張りなさい。あなたたちがそうなった以上、私たちも容赦しないから。
I tilt my head in wonder. For a brief moment, I don't get what she said.
あのね、私たち敵同士だって理解してる？ここまで連れてきてあげたのは、あなたがまだ敵にもなっていなかったからよ。けど、これでエミヤくんもマスターの一人でしょ？なら、やるべきことは一つしかないと思うけど。
Yeah, keeping your last command spell to tell your servant to sacrifice themselves for the full power of the Holy Grail. Yeah, that's what Kirei told us. But obviously, I mean, Shiro and Saber probably not gonna do that. But then again, who knows? Shiro might turn evil in one of these routes. Who knows? Probably not. That'd be interesting though. We could play like, I don't know, because with Shiro's like a goody two shoes. I feel like I wish he would just like turn evil. That would be interesting. Might not. Probably won't happen though. Well, she's right, but
なんでさ、俺、遠坂と喧嘩するつもりはないぞ。
はあ、やっぱりそうきたか。参ったな。これじゃあ連れてきた意味がないじゃない。
Tosaka slumps her shoulders.
リン、
何？私がいいって言うまで口出しはしない約束でしょ？はーちゃん。
それは承知しているが、このままでは拉致が開くまい。相手の覚悟など確かめるまでもない。倒しやすい敵がいるのなら、遠慮なく叩くべきだ。
Pencho Stella? Hey. Well, yeah, not exactly blind. It's not exactly blind. Again, I already watched the anime. But, again, it's still technically my first time going through the visual novel, however. Right? So it's blind in the sense that I've never went through the visual novel. You know? Anyway. We don't need to find out if our enemy is ready or not, if there's enemies or...
そんなこと言われなくても分かってるけど。
分かっているのなら行動に移せ。それとも何か？君はまたその男に情けをかけるのか？まさかとは思うが、そういう事情ではあるまいな。
そんなわけないでしょ。ただこいつには借りがあるじゃない。それを返さない限り気持ちよく戦えないだけよ。
また難儀な。では私は消えるぞ。借りとやらを返したのなら呼んでくれ。
The knight in red, Archer, disappears. No, rather, I just can't see him anymore. According to Tosaka, servants are spirits. Sabers says she cannot turn to spirit form, but I'm sure Tosaka's servant can, since Tosaka is a complete master. Oh, that aside.
なあ、遠坂、 仮ってもしかしてさっきのことか？
そうよ。形はどうあれ、エミヤ君はレイジを使ってセイバーを止めたでしょ。だから少しは遠慮してあげなくちゃバランスが悪いってこと。
Because he has a weird sense of honor.
バランスって妙なことにこだわるんだな、遠坂は。
Yeah, even though, I mean, I don't know, it's like, the funny thing is, I think in the Fate route, it was pretty, agreeable that we just would start an alliance and just not murder each other, at least right away.
ええ、わかってるわ。こんなの心の贅肉だって理解してるわよ。けどしょうがないじゃない。私、借りっぱなしって嫌いなんだから。
I guess, since she still has archers, she's still ready to fight. You saw Fate Zero? Yeah, I already watched Fate Zero, and I watched the Fate Stay Night Unlimited Blade Works. It's been a while though. I don't remember everything. And again, I'm going through the visual novel as if it's my first time, you know, just to keep it fresh. I'm just gonna like, I don't know, trick my own brain into thinking that I'm going through this the first time. I don't know. It's also, I guess, for because I'm also gonna put this on YouTube. I guess it's for the sake of people, for, you know, if there's anyone who will be interested in watching, if there's anyone who's going through the visual novel with me the very first time as well. I don't want to just spoil everything from the very beginning, so that's what I'm gonna try to do, right? She turns away.
けど、こんなのは期間限定のサービスなんだから。明日になったら容赦しないから、せいぜいセーバーと作戦でも立てなさい。
つまりサービスは今日いっぱいってわけか？
そうよ。まあここまで連れてきたのは私だし、その町に戻るぐらいまでは面倒見てあげるわ。
Tosaka starts to walk without looking at us.
行きましょう、シロ。彼女の言う通り、ここに長居するのは良くない。
You know, it's interesting that the Saber has this sprite with like the little raincoat. It looks pretty cute actually, but she never wears it ever again. So I don't know why. I guess the artist just drew a raincoat on her for this very scene in the beginning, but then never again. I nod to Saber and follow Tosaka. The three of us descend the hill together. It might be because Tosaka is walking ahead, but we go down the hill with few words. There's a forked road ahead of us. One path leads to the main street, going towards the Shinto station, and the other one leads to the big bridge leading to Miyama City. Tosaka stops at the intersection.
遠坂？なんだよ、いきなり立ち止まって。帰るなら橋の方だろ？
悪いけど、ここからは一人で帰って。エミヤ君にかまけてて忘れてたけど、私だって暇じゃないの。せっかくシントにいるんだから、探し物の一つもして帰るわ。
探し物って他のマスターか？
そう。あなたがどう思っているか知らないけど、私はこの時をずっと待っていた。7人のマスターが揃って、聖杯戦争っていう殺し合いが始まるこの夜をね。なら、ここでおとなしく帰るなんて選択肢はないでしょ。セイバーを倒せなかった分、他のサーバントでも仕留めないと気が済まないわ。
Yeah, she's still raw in the fight because we did not defeat Archer. She doesn't need our protection, I guess. I don't know if I think, yeah, in the original Fate route, because we defeated Archer, she just came to live with us from the beginning, but I guess she doesn't have to now. Tosaka's eyes show her determination. That makes me realize Tosaka Rin is a magus. Her mentality and her knowledge as a magus are complete. So why?
だからここでお別れよ。義理は果たしたし、これ以上一緒にいると何かと面倒でしょ。きっぱり別れて、明日からは敵同士にならないと。
Why does she have this part of her that's unlike a magus? She did not explain the rules to me out of any sense of obligation. She just supported me, understanding the situation I'm in and acted fairly. So things are back to normal now that the explanations are over. Yes, the tutorial is over. As a master, I will just be a target to her now. But still, Tosaka said those words to me. For Tosaka, everything that happened tonight is unnecessary. It would be troublesome if we stayed together any longer. If she's going to say something like that, she should have left us alone from the beginning. Tosaka's smart, so she should know that all too well. But still, she had set aside all thoughts of loss or gain and helped me out. The Tosaka in front of me is so different from the one at school. Even when I put it nicely, she's sour, cranky, unapproachable, and so different that I want to scream. Man, it feels almost like a fraud. Yet still, Tosaka Rin is just how everyone thought she was.
なあ、登坂いいやつなんだな。
は？何よ突然。おだてたって手は抜かないわよ。
I know that. She won't go easy on me, and that's why she said it'll be a bother if she feels empathy for me.
知ってる。けど、できれば敵同士にはなりたくない。俺、お前みたいなやつは好きだ。
Tosaka falls silent for some reason. Because you said the word like. The silent suburbs, the church at the top of the hill, and the silence of the foreigner's cemetery feel surprisingly warm.
とにかくサーバントがやられたら迷わずさっきの教会に逃げ込みなさいよ。そうすれば命だけは助かるんだから。
ああ、気が引けるけど一応聞いておく。けどそんなことにはならないだろう。どう考えてもセイバーより俺の方が短命だ。
Tosaka reacts strangely once again. I mean, aren't you the strange one? I'll like Shiro will die before Saber does. Is he still in that mentality that he should be protecting Saber again? After letting out a sigh, she glances at Saber.
いいわ。これ以上の忠告は本当に感情移入になっちゃうから言わない。せいぜい気をつけなさい。いくらセーバーが優れているからってマスターであるあなたがやられちゃったらそれまでなんだから。
She turns her back and starts walking. But Shiro's a real man? I don't know. He's not. Doesn't matter if he's a real man if he's not as strong as a servant, right? Still a human being. Well, a magus technically, but a really bad magus, so he might as well be just a human being. As if she's seen a ghost, her feet stop dead in their tracks. Hello, Ilya. A youthful voice echoes through the night. The melodic tone is unmistakably that of a young girl. My vision is drawn to the top of the hill. There, our favorite lowly. The one that keeps killing us all the time. I don't know when the clouds parted, but the brilliant moon is now shining in the sky. The shadow is long and grotesque, like a devil in a picture book. In this gloomy town of shadow pictures stands a figure that should not be there. Berserker.